Good morning, children. Hope you all are fine. Today we will take up Chapter 2 of Civics, Diversity and Discrimination. In the previous chapter, we have studied about unity in diversity, which is coined by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Today, we will study about prejudice, stereotypes, discrimination, how we are striving for equality, and do we still find inequality in the country? Let's find out. As we all know that India is a country of diverse society. India consists of people from different castes and religions, cultures, customs, and languages. We celebrate different festivals, eat different kinds of food, and wear different dresses to each other. In other words, India is a land of diverse cultures, religions, and communities. We celebrate each other's festival, wear different dresses, and perform different dances on different occasions. We also find cultural diversity in India, as India has 28 states, and every state or district has its own spoken language. There are many castes and religions. In every caste, there is a different format for marriage, celebrating festivals, etc. Discrimination in India. Discrimination can happen due to several reasons, such as different skin colors, different spoken languages, wearing different types of clothes, belonging to different religions or communities, following different customs, economic backgrounds, etc. And this discrimination leads to prejudice. What is prejudice? Let's find out. Prejudice means developing a dislike for people or seeing people as inferior without any reason, or in the other words, you can say it is usually a feeling of like or dislike for someone or something, especially when it is not reasonable or logical. We often make fun of people who are different from us. We are not ready to accept them. This is the result of prejudice. We also get biased on skin color. We think that people who have dark complexion are ugly. It's not like that. It is a very wrong belief. In this way, we give preference to one group over another without any reason. Besides complexion and language, there are many other things which can form a negative opinion. Stereotype. A stereotype refers to a fixed image of people or a group on the basis of their religion, caste, region, gender, wealth, language, etc. Gender often forms the basis for stereotypes. Young girls and boys are given different kinds of toys to play with. Girls are usually given dolls while boys are encouraged to play with tanks and action figures. Girls are expected to be soft and meek while boys are expected to be tough and strong. These are not qualities that girls and boys are born with. Rather, these are stereotypes they are expected to fit into. It is also believed by people that those who are living in the city, they are considered as very lazy people and very stingy, but it's not correct. Just because of few people, you cannot blame everyone. Again, it is a form of stereotype. It is also believed that people who live in rural areas are very superstitious and uneducated. Again, it's wrong. We should not believe in all these things. In fact, we should see ourselves and decide. This stereotype and prejudice often leads to discrimination, which is again which again has a very wrong impression on the mind of a person. Let's find out what discrimination is. It is practiced in the name of religion, language, caste, occupation, economic background, etc. It often happens when you do something to put other people down, when you stop them from taking part in certain activities and taking up jobs, or stop them from living in certain neighborhoods, prevent them from taking water from the same well or hand pump, not permitting them to drink tea in the same cups or glasses as others. You are discriminating against them. We have religion based discrimination, which is again you which is again an aspect of diversity, and it should not be treated like that. We all should respect each other's religion. Discrimination based on caste. The caste system and the practice of untouchability have been a major source of discrimination. People belonging to subordinate castes have traditionally suffered much humiliation at the hands of the dominant caste. Discrimination based on gender. There is still a wide gap between girls and boys. Even today, when it comes to education, this is simply because education of girls is not considered important by many people. They feel the role of women is restricted to take care of their families. They are not allowed to participate. They are not given any freedom, which should be stopped. So we find discrimination at number of places, like discrimination at the workplace, discrimination between high and low, discrimination because of work, because of region, because of caste. People who work as doctors, teachers, or engineers, they are given respect in the society, whereas the people who are working as laborers, or who work as washermen, or who works as garbage picker, they are not given any respect. In fact, they are treated as untouchables, which is something very wrong. This was happening long time back in India. For example, the groups of people who were forced to pick garbage and remove dead animals from the village, they were not allowed to enter the homes of the upper caste or take water from the village or even enter temples. Their children could not sit next to children of other castes in school. They were treated very badly by them. The caste system which exists today is no discrimination should be made. It is illegal. With education and industrialization, the caste system is slowly disappearing. Unfortunately, religious discrimination still exists. Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. Overcoming numerous social and the financial obstacles, Ambedkar became one of the first untouchable to obtain a college education. He spent his whole life fighting against social discrimination of the caste system. He converted to Buddhism and is also credited with providing a spark for the conversion of hundreds of thousands of untouchables to Theravada Buddhism. Our constitution also mentions that all citizens of India are equal, irrespective of their religion, region, caste, and the work which they do, they all have equal rights. And no one can stop them for fighting for their right or raising their voice as they are living in a democratic country. So it is our duty to stop discrimination because it if everyone because everyone has the right to be treated fairly and respectfully. When someone is being discriminated against, it means they are being treated badly or unfairly based on a personal characteristic. We all are equal. We all should keep this thing in our mind, and our rights are also equal. I hope this chapter is clear to all of you. Thank you and have a nice day.